Hello? Is my mic working? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's working. Sorry about that. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Make and Break. I definitely did not just eat a whole plate of fried rice moments before stream, and now I feel like a gross, yucky man. I'm definitely totally normal, and everything's okay. So, hello. I am here today to make some board game stuff. I sort of realized halfway through doing all of this that making a board game requires me to do some texture work. So I might do a little bit of texture work to see. Well, no. What? It's going to be a weird stream. Just going to put that out there right now. We're going to have fun, but it's going to be a weird stream. So yes, I have a new profile picture. I don't know if I'm allowed to have the profile picture. It is from a character creator. So we're gonna cross our fingers and kind of play with this profile picture for a little bit and see how it goes. But I like the energy. It's definitely what I'm going for. I wanted something a little bit more iconic, something that didn't look so washed out from a distance. So it is what it is. It's also based on my old hair, so my hair will grow out into it. But we'll see. But anyway, we are here to make some board games. So let me throw on that music and then we will get going. I see somebody has already started voting, so thank you to whoever that was. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and perfect. Handsome profile picture, well thank you. I can send a link to the little character creator that I used. It's pretty nice. Okay, so let's make some models. I have been learning about ways to play D&D. What do you mean by that? Ways to play D&D. What does that mean? All right, so we're gonna make some dice. Immediately, I'm looking at these dice, and I hate 10-sided dice. They're so ugly. I'm realizing I can make literally any dice I want. Hold on. Making dice is actually really easy. We've passed through the point, I guess. I know how to make dice now. What? You've been learning about ways to play D&D. Do you mean you've just been like learning how to play D&D period, or like new ways to play D&D? What does that mean? What does ways to play D&D mean? That's what I'm confused about. All right, so we're going to do a little cone just like that. Oh, basic. Yes. Yeah. Good. I mean, I don't want to sell anybody out. People can talk as they will, but we got a lot of D&D heads in chat. I know a lot of people who are real into D&D in chat, so maybe people will be willing to talk to you about it. That'd be nice. Yeah. Saf is a big D&D player. Okay, we're going to call you a D4. Actually, I'm just going to make a collection for dice, because I want to kind of take my time with the dice. So D4 goes there. Get rid of the D4. Next up, we're going to do... Is that a D6? That's a D8. A D8. Yeah, that's a D8. Okay. So a D8 is going to be made exactly the same way as the D10. We're going to come in here and make a cylinder. So we're going to give this 4. The reason I did this instead of a square is because I wasn't using my brain. So let's all have a fun fact with that. Okay. So we're going to merge at center and repeat the process. There you go. And we made ourselves a nice little jewel, which is otherwise known as a D8. Next up, we go and add ourselves in a cylinder of 5. Should do it. We're going to curve this edge, but first I want to get this correct. I don't even understand why there is a curved edge. Why is there a curved edge on a D10? Is it easier to make that way, or does it roll better? I don't know. It's the worst dice. It is by far the worst dice. Hey, CQDK, I have something fun to tell you. Thank you for being the first one to redeem the new channel points. Go ahead and hit exclamation point potato for me and see what happens. Because I preemptively knew that you were going to do this. I know you so well that I preemptively did this. I knew it. I preempted you doing that. Don't say I don't know you. Don't say I don't know you, because I stand by that. Okay. Anyway, the bragging is over. I didn't expect it to happen so quickly. I'm very proud of myself right now. I'm very, very proud of myself. But anyway, we've had our fun. That was that. So yes, there is a new channel command for adding, or new channel points for adding commands. You all can add commands if you'd like. Mind me, my nose is a little runny because I ate some spicy fried rice. I'm sorry if that's gross. I will try to keep it as not gross as possible. I actually should probably put some socks on, but I'm going to wait till the air in my house gets a little colder first. What an amazing start. Absolutely. Hey, we're always working just to see what we can do here, you know? Okay, hold on. The subdivision is not a good idea. How am I going to make this round? It looks so bad. It's such a bad looking dice. How would you make this round? The only way I can even think to make it round is to do loop cuts, which I don't want to do. I guess I'll try. Like, we'll just do a cut on each of these guys, right? And then we'll pull these guys out and say this is the ugliest looking shape. Like, I'm looking at this, and I can't figure out how this works without ingons. This is the worst shape I've ever seen. That song has a weird buzzing noise that made me think my phone was vibrating. Oh yeah, humming the bass line from Jet Set Radio. It's a classic. Look how ugly this thing looks. Look how bad that looks. That's exactly what it looks like. Why would it look like that? Ugh. Disgusting. What a disgusting shape. Let's see if I can't fix it. Sorry to everybody out there who enjoys a D10. You're just objectively wrong. Alright, so I'm not just going to make dice today. We're going to be making all sorts of stuff today. But dice is definitely on the menu. That's got to be the way we're doing this. This has got to be the way we're doing this, right? Any less than this would be a bad idea, because otherwise I'd make a ridge if I went straight through. D10 looks cool. No. No, don't do this to me. So, I'm going to be a real hater here for a moment. I know I've been a real hater lately, but we're going to be a hater for just a moment. I run homebrew when I DM. I run kind of a crazy homebrew. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to get the wrath of the gods on me. But I run kind of a crazy homebrew system. And in my system, I use only D12s. And D12s are by far the best dice. I love a D12. You like this shape? I mean, that's fair. I'll give you that. There's nothing wrong with liking the shape. That's a pretty straight looking edge right there. We come into here. And now let me double check that I can bevel this and make this look nice. Whoa. They're just the ugliest dice I've ever seen. All the way down, all the way down, all the way back. Get rid of that. There, have that, and then we're gonna go up to here, and we're gonna add that bevel and see if the bevel auto fixes this. Just look how bad that looks. Someone's gonna come out and be like, it's your fault, you're not making it right, whatever. I don't care. If that's your feelings, whatever. But this is bad. It doesn't want to sit. You know what? I know exactly how it works. Oh my god, I know how these dice work now. I understand. Just do it right? Oh, it's been said. CQDK, you seem like you've been having a lot of fun lately. You doing okay? You've been very playful, which is a good thing. I hope that doesn't come across as being like a rude thing to say or something, but it's nice. I think it's been like a playful mood for everybody. I've definitely been more playful lately. I've felt it. Okay, we're gonna go 0.9, and I'm kind of thinking this is it. Oh my. Silken Coat? What's the oh my? You don't like playfulness? I was going to speed sketch you, but you upped the price. Did I up the price? I don't think I upped the price. At least not for like a week. That's how it was about a week ago, I think. You know what? We're gonna stick with this. I'm not gonna do that little double edge thing. The double edge sucks. I hate it so much. I've missed a few streams. That's okay. Yeah, I did 5K just because I was a little bit worried about people blowing up my spot. So, yeah, sorry about that. 5K is a lot. We can have a council meeting about it if you'd like. I sort of want it to be a rare thing. I don't exactly want to do a speed sketch every hour on the hour. I can only do 3? Okay, that's about what I was thinking. This is just such a bad shape. How do you make it round? You know, Simo would be like, here's the solution. And Simo would just do it in like 2 seconds. But that ain't me. 5K, we should get a guitar serenade. I'm like, maybe I would do a guitar serenade. I don't know what the price would be, though. And I'd have to learn a song first. So don't anybody get your hopes up, okay? That's not on the menu. It's just bad. I'm done. I don't even think about it. I don't even know why it's round. It doesn't make any sense that it's round. You're a terrible dice. You're the worst dice. Goodbye. D12, D19. That's a weird shape. D10, get out of here. D12, the best dice. It's just a 1 subdivision, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, this is a D20. This is a D20. This is not a D12. I want to hear you play piano. Maybe I will do a little bit of work. D20s are nice. I don't use D20s because they don't divide well, but they are lovely. Like they're beautiful little things. Okay, that's a D20 easily. Let's hide you and let's do the next one. How the heck do I make a D12? What is a D12? A D12 is... Wait, what? Wait, that's not a D... Oh, it is a D20. What's a D12? How do you make a D12? A D12 is pentagons. No, I know that. I'm looking at it. It's pentagons divided into 5, 5, 1, and 1. Oh no, this is going to be hard. My favorite dice is the hardest one to model? Who would have thought? What irony is this? Okay, so an icosphere is always made up of... Oh, so they're not going to give me Ingon stuff. Okay, give me a moment. I got to think for just a moment. You like the Yellowstone one? Yeah, you like a D8. D8s are good. Okay. Okay. This is going to get kind of nuts. I'm going to have to do some really weird math. Let's start with a plane. Let me double check that it's not in, like, extras somewhere. No. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're going to start with a plane. And the goal... Oh, this is going to get weird. This is going to get super weird. I did not sign up for this today. This was not part of the plan. Okay, so we got to make ourselves a 5-point looking guy. So we're looking at ones. All right. We're doing math. Hold on. We're going to do some math. Everyone, feel free to check my math. It's been a hot minute since I've done real math. But we're going to do some math real quick. I apologize for what you have to watch. I have no clue how we're going to do this. This is bizarre to me. So, let's go ahead and make ourselves a new little sheet here. Then I'm going to pop your window on over and we're going to take a look. Okay, so we have a pentagon. Looks like that. What angle is a pentagon? So it's 90. How can it be 90? Hold on. 108? Oh, thank you to the engineer in chat. All right, so 108. I'm going to use a smaller brush. There's a fly buzzing around me, which is driving me nuts. It is summer here in Florida. We do have flies. I apologize. Okay, so we're doing 108 on each side, right? So that means... Welcome to Math Stream. If this whole thing fits into a 1x1 box... Oh, did you just send me something that's going to make my life so much easier? Please. No, there's no way. I am not about to... There's no way I'm going to dissolve all of this. What I want... Here, what I ultimately want is I have to fit this into a box. Right? The box is the plane. This distance right here and this distance is 1. And then this distance and this distance right here is 1. And my goal is to figure out how far to push these guys down and how far to push these guys over. Not possible? What do you mean not possible? Of course it's possible. It's just math, but I'm not going to do it. I'd hate to skip out on my favorite dice, but I think we're going to skip on my favorite dice. I'm going to think about this in the back of my head. I think I can actually solve this, but I'm going to not do it on stream. X can't equal Y? That's not even true. What are you talking about? All right. Realistically, all that needs to happen, right? And this is not it. This is not correct. But all that needs to happen... Hello? All that needs to happen is I need to go like this. And I need to go like this. And you get a pentagon. But what I need to do is make sure that all of these sides have the exact same measurement. What? X of the pentagon is not the same as Y? Alright, we're just miscommunicating, Silken Coat. It's not the same thing. I kind of wish there was a way I could get the length of this. If Blender had a way to tell me how long this is, I could just type it in and redo it. But we don't have that ability. What is this? What? There's a measuring tool? That's exactly what I wanted, but unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough for us. But this is fine. We're not worrying about this. Goodbye. D20 is gone. Okay, so let's pull up all of our dice real quick, and we're going to finish the dice. And I'm going to make some beautiful dice, and I think I actually want to texture them right away. I've been thinking about how I wait until texturing to the end, and I don't think that's a good thing that I do. I like texturing. I like the texture stuff. F's in the chat for the D20. It's the D12. The D12 is the bad one. It is my favorite. As you might imagine, I just have a whole container full of D12s. I don't want to turn this to the camera and have it just fall. Okay, there we go. So, let's go ahead and grab all you guys, and we're going to do copy on the modifiers. Get everything looking kind of nice, except for you need to be a little bit more. 0.2, 0.15, 0.15. That'll do. Can you make two lines with a certain angle between them? I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure you can, but I don't know how. Is the short of it. 0.08. Get that a little bit stronger looking. Get this guy a little bit taller. There we go. I kind of just want to delete the D10, but I think that would be a misinformed play on my part. Also, I'm looking at this guy, and if we're not going to do that solution, then I'm not going to do this solution. So we're going to do that. And just remove ourselves a little bit of that geo. Why are we doing geo if we don't have to do geo? Okay, so that is my dice done. Let's go ahead and make some beautiful little stuff for them. I'm gonna give them 4 each because they have like almost no geo to begin with. I'm sure adding geo is like not the best thing in the world, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, look at these beautiful boys. So let's go into nodes. Let's go into our world settings. Let's switch this over. We have a super outdated HDRI setup. I gotta fix that. Okay, so dice. Does anybody have a preference for dice? I'd be willing to make separate kinds of dice. So I'm gonna make my favorite kind of dice first. And my favorite kind of dice is gonna go on... It's gonna go on this guy. It's gonna go on the D4, because the D4 is a cool dice. I like a D4. I mess with a D4. You want a blue. Well, I want more than that. I want like a full setup. Pastel rainbow dice. I can do pastel rainbow dice. I can live with that. Which one? Which one gets to be pastel rainbow? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this roughness down quite a bit, and we're gonna up the transmission roughness to give it that foggy look. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a metallic. Actually, no, I'm gonna put metallic flicks in here. Make it the non-binary colors. Blue and red swirls. Okay, I can do blue and red swirls. I'm gonna do blue and red swirls on the D8, because you like the D8. So, blue and red swirls. That's going to come up in just a moment. What I'm going to do here... Oh, I have a really good idea for the blue and red swirls. I have a really good idea for the blue and red swirls. We got this. We got this, folks. You want galaxy dice? Okay. Let's do this. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pop in a swirl of color... like this. Okay, so we got ourselves that. I'm going to make sure that it's sequenced to the object, and I'm going to scale the object correctly. I'm going to add distortion. Like way more distortion than that. Like 50 distortion. Get it looking really smooth. There we go. Exactly like that. We're going to scale it way down. Oh, I don't want to do this. Okay. This is not practical. I'm going to do it for just this one. Maybe I'll do it for the Galaxy one as well. This does not make it to the final game. I'm going to tell you that. This does not make it to the final game. This is way too much. But we're going to do it just for fun. Just for fun, we're going to render a volume. I'm rendering a volume so that we can feel what the inside of this thing is supposed to look like. And we can get these cool, cool guys. So the density is pretty good looking. Oh, it looks bad though. Oh, actually, hold on. Can you just do principled volume with... Oh, you can, can't you? Oh, this is going to be atrocious. Oh, this is going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. I'm so sorry. To everybody involved, I'm sorry I've had to do this. We're going to put a volume in there. Oh gosh, this is going to be so bad. And then we're going to put a little bit of alpha on here, like a 0.6. Oh god. Oh god, we're doing this. We're actually doing this. Okay, so what kind of swirls do I like? I think I like a green swirl. I like a light, leafy sort of green swirl. What? You don't want to show up? There we go. There we go. There he is. Nope, this isn't going to work. I don't really understand how volumes work, I think. So instead, we're going to go back to the main design, and I'm just going to make it a nice little swirly pattern. Why not? So we're going to have two kind of swirly patterns. I had an idea for what we wanted to do, but I don't think I can execute on it super well. So we got ourselves just a nice little pretty dice. Nothing too crazy here. Okay, so that's dice number 1. It should be like all throughout, but it's not. The one thing that I think will like really sell this is if we merge the colors. So let me do that. And we're going to add a noise texture hooked up identical to this. And what we're going to do is subtract. Nope, not subtract. We want like a linear light. Why is it not doing anything? Oh, it's not very vibrant at all, is it? Okay, so we're going to want this to be a color ramp. Just like that, and pop you on down to here. Okay, so we got ourselves a color ramp on this noise filter, which I'm going to now remove. There we go. Get really sharp on here and scale this guy up to be a bunch of different sizes. And set the roughness low and the distortion to like 0.3 to give it some lines. There we go. And now we check this. Oh, it doesn't look very good now, does it? That doesn't look quite the way I wanted it to. Doesn't look quite the way we wanted it to. Huh. This is a toughie. This guy's really rough. There we go. That's it. We've done it. Okay. So that is my attempt at making my first dice ever. So we're going to learn from this mistake. We're going to learn very deeply from this mistake. Also, I think I will add a metallicness to this. Right here. There we go. Give it that like bright look. That's a cool dice. I mean, I'd use it. It's not my favorite dice in the world. It has its problems. But sure, that's dice number 1. So we're going to call this Green Wave. That's Green Wave. All right, so we want a non-binary pastel rainbow. This one should be easy. I'm going to put this on the D20. Okay, so non-binary. What is the non-binary colors? What's up, Beryl? Let's just go ahead and Google the non-binary colors real quick. Non-binary flag. We're doing good. Okay, so it's yellow, white, purple, and black. But if we include the non-binary trans flag, we also get pink and blue. So we're going to go for this. We're going to do a little bit of that. That's a good color scheme. Would it be really rude to mix these colors up, or should I keep them in this order? I should probably keep them in that order, right? Probably not a nice thing to change the orientation of the colors. Let's do that. We'll keep it just like this. You can mix them up. I'll keep it normal. Okay, so we want 6 of these guys. Distribute evenly. And honestly, I'm just going to steal the colors. Is there any problem with stealing the colors? I don't think so. Please don't be a WebP. It's not. And now we have this, and I can go like that. And pop this guy into the background. It's fine if you mix them. It's okay. I'm going to keep it normal. I appreciate everybody's approval, but I'm just going to go for it. Steal the colors? What do you mean by steal the colors? What does that mean? There we go. I'm probably gonna have to double tap these guys to make sure that they are actually like firm enough, but we'll get there when we get there. We're definitely gonna have to double tap these colors. Let's just do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Distribute evenly. And now what we're going to do is grab you, and it's you. You two are you. You are white. You're white. You're yellow. You are yellow. You're salmony pink color. It's not really a pink now, is it? I wonder what the meaning of the colors are. Does anybody know the meaning of all these colors? Like, what's the point of, like, the salmon? Right? What's that? What's that all about? Okay, now this should be pretty easy, right? I should just be able to pop on a gradient. It's just like stealing, but with carbon. Beryl, go to jail. I love that, Beryl. That was very funny. Color robber, basically. Okay, so I think we have to use a wave texture, which I don't love the idea of. But we're going to do a wave with circles on my rings. There we go. And then we're just going to drop that distance down. Oh, he's cool. Oh, he's cool. Oh, he's cool. Yo. Okay, so I don't want to do that, but that is very cool. Oh man, it gets crazy. We can get this thing looking nuts. Okay, that's the orientation I think I enjoy. And we're going to drop this guy down really small. Also, he's really not as colorful as I would like him to be. He's kind of washed out a little bit. Doing some really quick math. We can just do this, right? Like this is gonna work? 100% this is gonna work? No. The spots were the best in my opinion, would have made the numbers pop out. That's assuming that I'm gonna be doing the numbers. That looks pretty good. Whoa. I sort of glimpsed the stream earlier. Why were you doing math? I was trying to make a perfect pentagon in Blender. If you have a solution to that, boy, would that be lovely. Let's do an ease. That should be fine. This should be fine. If we pop this guy up... No, that's way too much math. I'm not doing that. Okay, so we're going to keep it like this and drop it down maybe one more. Cylinder with 5 sides, leave only the top. That's so obvious. Also, why am I so dark? Let me fix my camera real quick. That is so obvious. You know, sometimes they talk about like they talk about pro chess players and how pro chess players do not realize that like the obvious play is right in front of them. And that's what just happened. All right, we got Big Me for just a moment. I'm going to up my brightness so you can see me. This is not my favorite fix, but I don't like it being so dark. It looks weird on this side of my screen. I also wish OBS would just let you type in the amount that you want. Because I want 180 brightness exactly, but you have to move the slider to get there. I'm like spoiled by Blender. Okay. Amazing to be spoiled by a free piece of software. Okay, so we're gonna make a perfect pentagon using a cylinder. That's so obvious. That's so obvious, isn't it? Wow. I can't believe that's it. This is big Simo energy, honestly. Okay, we're going to say that looks about right to me. I might even try to spin it a little bit more. Actually, I might add distortion. Oh, distortion's going to do it. Let's add some distortion. There we go. That's perfect. That is a perfect looking dice. Look at that perfect boy. Looks like eggs. You should have a crown to match my profile picture. I could do that. I don't know when I'm going to have a crown, but I could try and make a crown. Okay, so before we get lost, we're focusing on on my camera. Maybe. Get a Burger King crown? Absolutely. Okay, so we have a non-binary trans dice. We have green swirl. You want a red and blue swirl and a galaxy dice. Do you use Streamlabs to handle commands? I do. So you can just type in !point anything and you'll get all sorts of different commands. There it is. Okay, so since CQDK likes this guy so much, we're going to give you the swirly. Oh no. What is a snake dice? Can you explain what a snake dice is to me? Red spiral. What is a snake dice? I would love to know. Okay, so this one should be easy. I'm going to go ahead and do this for maybe about 8 minutes, and then we'll focus on that snake dice as soon as I know what a snake dice is. Also, I'm going to use my patented hexadecimal color. My own exclusive hexadecimal color. There we go. We can take this and pop this guy on it. A dice textured like a snake. Oh, I like that. I could do scales. I'm pro scale. All right, I'll make a snake dice, no problem. I got to figure out how to do it because my brain hasn't yet done that part, but somehow I think it'll be easy. Flash forward to 30 minutes from now and I'm still working on the snake dice and like scratching my head and freaking out. But I got it. Okay, so the distortion should be like absolutely massive. Yep, like that. So we're doing exactly the same thing as this, but we're going to make a couple of key differences. Key difference number 1 is it's going to be wider. Not that way. We got a reach for the sky stretch. I appreciate that. Oh, I did some good stretching this morning. I feel great. Ugh. Don't sleep on yoga. Don't sleep on yoga. If you're not doing yoga, you should be doing yoga. It is so good for you. There we go. That's about what I want that to be, and we're going to lower that scale down a little bit more. We're going to say that's it. So that is a swirly dice. Now what we're going to do is it's going to be metallic. I want a nice metal dice with very little specular and not a lot of roughness. It can be kind of glossy. Maybe even more than that. I'm not sure. No sheen, no clear coat. Actually, it does have clear coat. Almost every dice has clear coat on it, doesn't it? Clear coat roughness can come up a little bit, though, because we're getting those artifacts, and I don't love those artifacts. Okay. I want to add transmission. I'm not going to. But the real deal, the real thing that we're all here for, the reason why you all showed up today was just for this very moment. And my brain right now is really trying to figure out how I'm going to get scales to work, and I'm kind of scared about how to make scales work the more I think about it. So, good luck to me. Okay, let's pop in a bump. Like that. Now we got ourselves a nice little bump here. It's not as much as I would like, but it's fine. It's also a little, like, gross looking. Why is it so gross looking? Could you put a snake JPEG as part of the UV? I could. I could honestly just download a scales image and go from there. Okay, hold on. Potato. can I... Okay, Beryl, I'm going to ask something of you, and you tell me how you feel about this. Also, I'm realizing my problem right now. No? What is up with this? Why is it so crunchy looking? Can I, like, not up the texture quality somehow? Or is it because of this stretching? It's because that's stretching. It's because I stretch... No, it's not. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to live with that weird bit mapping. I don't know how to fix that. I can't make it just look better. And I think I also want more of the blue. So we're going to take you and drop you down to here. And drop you up. All right, the ears that I need for you. I'm going to try and make a D12, which is going to take me longer than 3 minutes. But once I'm done, I'm going to give it a snake texture. How do we feel about that? Is that acceptable? We got an okay. Okay is fine with me. So you're going to get my favorite dice textured. Oh, it's because it's too... Oh, it's because of the clearance on here. I understand. There we go. There's my little swirly dice. I like him. He's cool. I'm going to drop the roughness down one more. Make him real gloss. I would use that in a heartbeat. Okay. So let's go ahead and make a D12, and then we'll do Galaxy in just a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and say red swirl, green wave, non-beanie, as it's been called. And we're going to make another one, and this one's going to be called Galaxy Print. Welcome to the dice stream. Okay. Let's go ahead and hide all of these guys, and we're going to make one more. A cylinder of 5. I can't believe I made a cylinder of 5 too and did not realize it. Now, here comes kind of a hard part. I think I have a solution for this. Hey, Strawbrios. I like your name. Good name. Your AMA is sold out? Yeah, it has a timer on it. CQDK asked potato or OTOP. OTOP. So I had to give that one a solid answer, you know? My strong opinions on it. But I made a command just for CQDK, so, you know, you get what you get. Okay, so here we go. We're going to set origin to geometry. Make sure this guy is in the center. Copy you. Here's the moment of truth. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to focus. We're going to focus real hard. This is it. I know exactly how to do this. 108. I know exactly what I'm doing. You can ask for a command if you want to make a command out of that. All right. We need to be very careful with how we do this, but once we get it right the first time, it's done. Because I'm just going to use modifiers to do the rest of this. Like, once we do it one time, we are done for good. Also, big shout outs to the Pyre soundtrack for being, like, literally the best. Okay, GY. Get really close. GZ, get really close. GY, we're going to get as close as humanly possible to this thing. There it is. That's, I can't do better than that. If it's off by a little bit, I don't care. I don't care. That's about as perfect as you can hope that to be. So, cool. Now the problem is an easy solve, right? We grab this, and we rotate it by... Oh god, how many degrees? 360 divided by 5 is... Man, why am I bad at math right now? 360 divided by 5 is 72. Correct? Am I correct in that? Is it 72? We're going to set origin to 3D cursor. I'm going to copy you, and we're going to rotate you by 72. And I think we're perfect. That looks pretty dang perfect to me. Nope. It's not. Why not just use regular solid? Simo, can you explain what that is to me? What is a regular solid? Because whatever that is, it sounds like it'll be great. Add math functions regular solid. Okay, let's try it. I thought what I was doing was pretty clever, but if there's an easier way to do it, then yeah, I'll just do it, right? Math functions, regular solid. Okay, what do we want? Oh god, is it just this easy? Is it just this easy? No! All that work for nothing. All right, you got me. You know what? I don't care. We solved it. It's done. Problem solved. Everyone go home. You've shown me this before. Simo, you've shown me maybe like 1,000 different things. There's no way I'm going to remember all of it. If it was possible for you to remember everything that I've ever said, I'd be deeply impressed with you. We're going to link modifiers. All right, and that is a D12. God, it's a good-looking D12, ain't it? You know what? The one thing that I will say about these dice is I prefer them to have sharper angles. Oh, I need to add a slash commands list, by the way. Thank you for pointing that out. I do need to add that. There is a duel. You can duel people, by the way, if you want to duel somebody. Is CG Simo the best or the very best? All right, you guys get to duel. I don't have anything to spend the duel money on yet, so if you guys have ideas on what you want to spend duel money on, let me know. I'd rather keep it contained. I might even make the speed sketch part of that instead. Hey. Is CG Simo the best or the very best? What are my opinions on Simo? Simo's a real interesting guy. Simo's an interesting cat. You know that? All right, so I'm going to take 5 minutes to do Galaxy Print real quick. And then as soon as the 5 minutes are up, as soon as 3 o'clock rolls around, I'm jumping on... I'm going to be jumping on the other dice. So let's make the Galaxy Print really fast. There's 2 ways to do this, and I have to do it very fast. I have to think off the top of my head. I'm actually doing a double speed sketch right now that I'm thinking about it. So here's how we're going to do this. Simo is a snack. Okay. That's been said. No, I love Simo. I love Simo. Simo is like kind of my nemesis, despite also being my teacher. It's kind of like a Tekken situation. Like me and Simo, we have a rivalry, but they're also my boss. So it's like really confusing at the end of the day. I just got 1,000 emails. I'm pretty sure CG Simo is enough for a whole meal. Wow. We got some flirting going on in chat. We got some people flirting. Simo, how does it feel to get flirted on? Now you know how I feel every day. And I'm gone. I don't blame you. Okay, so these are not very good looking stars. That's a better looking star. So what we want is to reverse these two. Why are there so few stars? What's happening? Why are there so few of you? Let's up that scale quite a bit. There we go. Okay, so that is the beginning of this. And now I'm going to copy this, pop that up. We have 3 minutes. I can do this in 3 minutes. I could totally do this in 3 minutes. Here's what we're up to. We're going to pop you into here, pop that up into here. And we're going to want this to be ease, mostly black. Actually, let's do a double black like this. Double black like this. And one side needs to get a little bit of red. And one side needs to get a little bit of blue. And I guess we'll do more of that for some reason. Where on earth is my my red? My red's not coming through. Is this Secret of Mana? Nope, this is Chrono Trigger. Okay, we have 1 minute until I make that snake texture. There we go. Why is there no red? I don't understand why there's a real lack of red here. There it is. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of distortion to give it some pattern. And I do want to add a little bit more black so it's a little bit harder between these two. There we go, just like that. And you know what? I'm going to take the red and actually make it like a green. Like that kind of color. And now we make it transmissive with roughness. And we give it no specular whatsoever. We give it very low roughness. The heck does it look like that? Why does it look crazy? Huh. Well, we're gonna have to come back to this. We're gonna drop that transmission down to 0.5. And I'm going to say that is it for the time being. I'm going to come back to this in just a moment. I don't even understand what's happening. But I guess I don't mind. There we go. Can I dual red? I'm sure you can. Okay, so snake skin. Here we go. We're going to make a snake dice. So instantly, what am I feeling for a snake dice? I need to make scales, and the scales need to, like, be positioned correctly. So we're going to use a color ramp. Actually, I don't even want a color ramp. We're just going to choose a green color, right? Like a dark, sagey, gross green. Like that. That's a snake. All right. I will accept. You never beat me. I have a perfect track record in dueling, and now I will never accept another duel because that's I've won. I am the winner. All right. I feel like snakes are pretty shiny, so we're gonna give that some shine. We're gonna give it not a lot of specular. It does have sheen. It does have clear coat. Oh, we're dueling now. Everybody's gonna be dueling. Streamlabs, my bot is gonna love this because my bot has a setup where it doesn't like to post messages until people say things. So I think he's gonna love this. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do one of two things. The first thing I want to do is use a Vernoi pattern. So we're gonna use an inverted Vernoi with maybe Euclidean and randomness set to 0. Man, you guys are going nuts. You guys are crazy. You will never beat me. You will never beat this. Okay, so UVs on this guy do not want to work very well. What do the UVs look like on a generated solid? I see, they're weird looking. You know what, I'll keep it like that, but we're gonna have to calculate UVs now. So cube projection, that's bad. We want an unwrap. We want a smart UV project. Oh, do I hate that? Do I hate this? I definitely hate that one. Definitely hate that one. Follow active quads. Okay, so we're definitely going to use just a standard smart UV. Just like that. Nice and easy. And now I go back to nodes, and I take a look at it, and he looks not bad. He could use some work. You sure I can't beat you? Nope. Never going to happen. It ain't ever going to happen. All right, now check this out. I'm going to attempt to add a bevel to this, and we're going to hope and pray that this works. And if this works, I think we're in business. Now, the question is, how do I mix vector? Well, at least not during this. Who made the new avatar? Hey, Simo, I'm gonna need you to not judge me here. But it's a it was just a character creator online. Vector math. Yeah, we want vector math. He stole it? I mean, I basically did. That's basically what it comes down to, is it was stolen. Oh, I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Look at that. That little edge right there. I think we've done it. Folks, I think we've done it. What character creator? It's like Beidou or Beidou or something like that. Some strange one. Yo, I nailed this. Yeah, like a bee, basically. Yo, I nailed this. Like, it's not perfect scales, because if I was making perfect scales, I would like underline these, and I don't know how to do that. Hey, Panda, thank you. There we go. My chat got all messed up. There we go. How are you guys doing? How's stream? I mean, that's pretty solid. Is that acceptable? Can we live with this? Is that good enough for 10 minutes? Because I was only 6 minutes. It was good? What'd you all do? What was the stream like? Put the numbers on it? Put the numbers on it. Oh gosh, am I going to put the numbers on it? If I put the numbers on it, it's going to take a really long time. It's not going to be simple. I'll put that out there. Was chilling on GTA with some friends. There you go. Red, you done with the snake? I think I'm done with the snake. We have some requests to do numbers, but I don't exactly know how I'm going to do that. So not a 4-minute thing. All right, skip it. Yeah, I think it's not a 4-minute thing for sure. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and crease this pretty hard using that black. And that, I think, should track a little bit better. It doesn't. Red, can we get a close-up of your new profile picture? How long has it been there? I feel lost. I uploaded it last night at 1 a.m. So I would say not that long. But I will give you a close-up, despite the fact that it's not a legitimate thing. Unless CG Simo gives you a training arc where he's like, yeah, hit these 3 keys. I don't know if there are native numbers in Blender, aside from text. It took me 12 hours to see it. I'm useless. Honestly, you're right. Okay, let me pop into my folder real quick because I have some hidden stuff that I don't want people to see. Here you go. Here is the profile picture, up close and personal. So the hair is a lot shorter, but otherwise it's there. And it's got my little blonde streak too. Although the blonde streak's kind of fading. But I don't know. I was just going for something. I don't know. I was just feeling it. I liked it. I gave him a laurel because I like laurels. Not that I wear laurels. But yeah. So there is this guy right here. I don't love that it's a character creator. But we're okay. Roman look? Yeah, I feel kind of Roman. Man, the thing is, people were so nomadic back in the days. Everybody was Roman. Anyway, moving on from that. So, back to the Galaxy print. We're going to not pay attention to that one. We're going to not think about that one. Let's all move past that one. You all didn't hear that one. Transmission goes way up, and the rest of this print goes black. Doesn't give you polar bear vibes, honestly. What am I thinking if I don't give you the polar bear vibes? Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to take these stars and get a little bit crazy. Also, Red, keep up the puns. I thirst for them. The heck is that emote? I love that emote. Okay, so that is my Galaxy print. Do we like it? Is this acceptable? You know what? I actually have a new idea for the Galaxy print. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. I just got to rearrange this just a little bit. Chicken? It does look like a chicken. Okay, I didn't know what you meant by chicken for a moment there, but it does look like a chicken. You're right. It is a chicken. There's that. And we're going to plug that in. And I'm going to make you a little bit of red. Like a purpley kind of red. And you are going to be a nice bright orange. And now what we're going to do is we're going to completely offset all of this and make it look crazy and weird. Too much. Too much spoils the broth. So we're going to do maybe like an overlay. No. No. There it is. That's a fancy look. That's a fancy look. Wow, I love that. Holy cow, I love the way that looks. Okay, I'm glad everybody's losing their mind in chat. It's like kind of my favorite thing. We're going to push this down to like 3. Now, is that acceptable? I believe it was Saf who asked for this, but if Saf, you're not here, that's perfectly acceptable. But I'm going to say that that's good. Gonna lose more like that? What is happening? What are you all talking about? That looks so good. Now the alpha is pretty good looking, so I think we want to drop the alpha down. Maybe not that bad. And we'll up that transmission roughness. And I'll say we got ourselves a pretty good looking dice. Okay, so that's my dice. That's my dice done. So, next up, what are we making? Well, we're making a board game, right? So let's actually make the board. So I obviously know how to make hexagons. Clearly, I know how to make hexagons because we did this. CQDK, I love being called out. That's about exactly how I feel right now. That's how I feel most days. And that's okay. You know, I don't mind one bit. You all are having fun, and that's all I'm here for. I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 times more. But I'm only really here to practice some 3D modeling and hang out. And the 3D modeling happens regardless of who's here, and the hanging out is fun. So I can't be too disappointed with what's going on. You know what we need? This. If we're making a real board game, here's how you do it. Sorry, you guys are both purple on my screen. Red is a great DJ? Well, thank you. I am taking requests at some point. So if you guys have any video game music that you like and will pass the DMCA filter, I would gladly take it and add it to my playlist. But I do pride myself on my music tastes. I've added some really out there ones. Look at that. That is a beauty. Cool, so let's make our board. So we're going to kind of assume this is like a D&D Settlers of Catan kind of game. So I'm going to pop pieces in kind of all over the place. And then we're going to make lots and lots of little fun pieces for us. So let's make an array with a 1.01. That looks just about perfect to me. Minecraft Music Disco. What? Oh, Minecraft music discs. I've looked at the Minecraft soundtrack. There's nothing really for me there. We have 2 songs in this playlist already. So I'm going to say that's good enough for Minecraft for my purposes. Okay, so check this out. We're going to hit apply on that. We can always separate by loose parts later, so I'm not worried. And then we're going to apply 1 to the Y, 0 to U. Sad that pig step is copyrighted. Yeah. I'm not about to deal with that that claim. Hey, why'd you play this song? I like Pigstep? Okay, well, there's your DMCA. 0.76. Oh, there she is. There she is. Beautiful. And we apply that. And now we just do the age-old fantasy. The fantasy that we all love. Phantasy Star. Oh, I knew it was at me. We're all good. But I'm not getting a copyright claim because of a song. Like, I think DMCA rules are really weird, and I don't like how they work, but I'm not going to challenge them. That ain't my world. Okay, so that's 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 works for me. Okay, so that's that, and we're going to hit apply one more time. I'm going to call this game board. We're going to pop these guys into there. These are going to be called hexes. We're going to go into edit mode, grab it, and we're going to separate by loose parts. And here we go. Delete, delete. 3. Delete, 3. Delete. Is this impossible? Wait, have I given myself an unsolvable problem? I think we might have an unsolvable problem here. How am I supposed to make a grid out of this? If there's 4 there and 3 here, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Correct? No. Is this an unsolvable problem? I can't make a perfect grid, you're right. That's so frustrating. Wow, that skeeves me out so much. I hate that. Wow, I hate that you can't make a perfect grid. That's actually the worst thing ever. Okay, I can do one better. I can do one better. I can definitely do one better. There you go. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. That is gonna look just fine as is. Oh wait, actually, we have a perfect grid. We do. Haha, haha, we've done it. There he is. Choice. That's choice. All right, cool. There's our hexagon. There's our grid. And you're going to notice these 2 little pieces. I want a little crunch. You know, game theory, right? So that's our hexes. I would instance them, and I should instance them. Am I going to? What I'm going to do for the time being is I'm just going to crunch them together. There's no reason not to crunch them. So we're going to hit join. And I'm going to take this opportunity to put some socks on because I'm starting to get sniffly. One moment. But that's just a theory, a game theory. So I often ask myself, I wonder how much my feet are worth. You know, people sell their feet online and all of that, and I have pretty distinct looking feet. So I'm like, if I put 10 hours a week into it, I wonder how much my feet are worth. Probably not that much, but it's an interesting thought. You know, wow. Press F in chat if you're into feet. High five command sent the done homework in Discord DMs. What's the done homework? You did homework? Open an OnlyFans and see how much I'm a cup of tea will pay? Called out. Oh my god. T, you just got called out hard. Hey, Silken, what does that mean? You trying to say something about tea? All right, so I'm going to go check out your homework. Oh, you did send me something. What the heck did you send me? Hey, Beryl, what the heck is this? What did you just send me? I'm gonna not open that. Okay, so we got ourselves our hex grid. Does it mean you can't appreciate feet? Oh no. Oh no. Well, chat's ruined. Chat is ruined. Silken, I think you owe T a sorry. Alright. Here we go. I'm not gonna open that on stream. No way. 0%. I got sent. Here, let me read it out loud for everybody. I get a private message from Beryl, and it says, $ use rids slapped, $ dummy, $ Towsers, hand, $ read rand line, parentheses, text dot location. You think I'm gonna open that? You think I'm gonna open that scary file? 0%. There's no way I'm clicking that. Explain yourself. All of you explain yourself. Silken, apologize to T and Beryl, explain yourself. Okay, so we're here. Oh, I forgot a dice. Sorry. I'm losing my mind. We got to make a D6, obviously. And the D6 was the one that I really wanted to do as well. There we go. There's the apology. Okay, so I'm going to grab you, and we're going to pop on over our modifiers. Hello? Love is in the air. Hello? CQDK. Who's in love? All right, so here's my thought on this guy, right? I know what you would normally do. You would make a bump. You would make a nice little easy bump texture. But I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna spoof this. I don't even know what you mean by love is in the air. All right, so that is that. Now we're going to grab point number 1. And I'm going to add a little bit of a spherical curve to this and pop it on down. There we go. We got point number 1. And now we're just going to go down the line. So this is number 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the one. There we go. So before we got distracted, I was going to task what type of sock you use. Oh yes, before we got off on simping and all that jazz. What sock do I use? The bad answer, the really annoying answer is I use a bunch of different kinds of socks because I am a man of chaos. So I just use whatever I got. But I prefer black or red low riding socks. I prefer the socks that are harder to see. Because, I don't know, I'm not into that. I'm not into those tall sock things. And I also live in Florida, so it's hot. How easy is it to learn 3D modeling in 2021? I tried back in 2010. Too many distractions. It's pretty easy. I've been going for about maybe about a year right now. And I'd say that there's a lot to learn, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, I would say 2 years, or I would say a year of daily practice, and you should be able to do basically anything you want. You won't be able to do anything, but you'll be able to do anything that you want. No worries. Now the bottom. Okay, we're going to come into here, and we're going to go over by 1. Correct. 2, 2, and to the middle. 3, 2, 2. There we go. Okay, so that's my dice. There's no reason I did this. I just wanted to do this. I don't know why. I was feeling weird. So that's that. There's my weird looking dice. Learning the software is kind of easy. Developing art skills is a different beast, though. Absolutely. That's 100% the rhythm. Potato dice? It does kind of have a potato thing going on, doesn't it? Okay, so we got ourselves a solid, which is a D12, my favorite boy. And we bring you on over, and realistically, I'm just going to delete that and replace it with a bump map later. But I just felt like doing that. I don't know why. So, next up. We're done with dice. We're back to the game board. Let's do some accessories. Oh, you know what I wanted? I wanted to make chess pieces. That was a big thing for me. So let's do pieces. So we're going to start with a pawn. A pawn, I think, will track pretty well. So a pawn is going to be a subdivided cylinder. A cylinder of 12 should be fine. Hey, thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. We're going to say that's probably not bad. And we'll get going up onto here. So, scale that guy down. We're doing inlay. We're going to go up on our analog like that and bring that in just a little bit. We're going to inlay one more time. We will bring that up to, nope, no proportion. GZ, that up just a little bit. I like this. This works. This is good. This will do. And then we just go straight up to the size we want. So there he is. We grab you, pop you out, make a circle. And then we go up to the top and we pop out one more. Actually, if I go like that. There we go. That should be an easy fix, right? Oh, not half bad. We just got to fix up a few of those angles, but that is pretty good looking. There he is, nice and straight on the bottom. This guy can probably be brought down just a little bit. This inner edge right here could be brought up just a little bit. And then now I want to double these guys and delete you. Oh, that is clean. Oh, she's clean. Also, I realized I can do that process I did earlier way faster. I don't know why I figured that out this late into the game, but sure. If it works, it works. Look at that. Look how gorgeous she is. I think we want to put a little crick in the neck right here. So we'll grab that and pull that down just a little bit. There we go. How are we feeling about this? Is this acceptable? I kind of think I love it. The only thing that needs to be changed is this. Whoa. Beryl, you always like to send a wall of text, don't you? It's kind of your aesthetic. I feel like the top needs to be nudged down. I agree completely. We're making like a little pepper grinder, basically. Look at that. Oh, he's so cute. We have a weird little artifact there. I don't know where you're coming from. Don't love you being there. Let me grab the bottom and just do a poke. Solves that problem right away. I'm not to be blamed that Twitch chat does not support paragraphs. You are still going to be blamed. It's a well-loved game that is chipped. Oh, I don't mind shipping a little piece. Let's do that. It's the command you need to paste into Streamlabs into the response field when creating the command. The TXT file contains the lines the command will randomly read. Hey, Beryl. I love you lots. I think I'm not going to do that. No offense to you, but I think I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, so we're going to pop this guy on over by 0.8 and pop this guy over by negative 0.8, which is just 0.8 because there are... Oh, it's negative 0.8. I was about to compliment you, Blender, but you had to prove me wrong. Why, though? Because you gave me a random sequence of code, and you're telling me how it works. But there's nothing that makes me believe that that's true. It has nothing to do with you, but I'm not going to put random code into my Streamlabs. I just don't see a use in me doing that, you know? If I go like this, no. GG, there, down. Doesn't the dual command work the same way? Yeah, but I just downloaded that from Streamlabs. I didn't get a random bit of code from somebody, you know? So it's definitely different. Okay, so we got a little worn piece of a guy. Look at that. I'm going to throw on some auto normals real quick with maybe a 60. And we'll throw back on our subdivision and say, how does that guy look? Oh no, he's really sharp. I got a new way to beat Minecraft. Okay. Let's hear it. There we go. What's the new way to beat Minecraft? What? It doesn't exactly look right. I don't know why that's so funny, but CQDK bought a baseball bat is definitely comment of the day. I don't even know what that means. It's just so funny. Hey everybody, CQDK bought a baseball bat. I love that. Okay, we're gonna need to chip into here. And then merge these guys at center. And then now I can cut these guys together. And say that looks a little bit better. Instead of OG killing a dragon, you need to breed a horsens and a donkey so you get a mule, and you have to ride the mule while getting potatoes. I don't know what kind of answer I was expecting from you, but it definitely wasn't that. That was a little left field for me. I really don't know what I was expecting, though. Okay, you know what? I can't get this chip to work, so goodbye to the chip. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. I believe it. They're beating Minecraft with it. CQDK is on a potato kick. Oh, Silken. Oh, Silken. You don't even know. Silken, or CQDK is the potato person of chat. There we go. Okay, I'm going to say that is a decent enough pawn piece. I think, you know what? I'm like obsessed. I can't get over it. This is how I am when I 3D model off stream. I just like obsess over things. And I don't know how to stop myself. How much time do we have? We have like an hour? Okay, I'm not that upset. We're going to get a lot done in an hour. I'm not that upset about it, I guess. There we go. And then we're going to do those two and pop them down and bring them out just a little bit. It's more of a bishop looking kind of piece, but it does look good. I might even be inclined to do this. Don't kick the potato. I'm not a potato person. I'm not a potato painted like Elmo. Hello? The heck does that mean? What is the best way to cook potatoes? All right, this is a general discussion. Everybody, you are all in on this conversation. What is the best way to cook potatoes? Let's go. I'm going to vouch for twice-baked potatoes are top tier. Come fight me. Twice-baked potatoes are really the top tier. I don't think anything challenges that. I'll tell you what the worst potato is. I'll tell you the worst potato, and I'm going to offend some people here, especially Southerners. I'm going to offend you a lot as a fellow Southerner. Worst potato is scalloped potatoes. Ugh. So gross. You need to put the potatoes on a pan, cut into slices, and remember to give them some salt. Okay. Why do you think malicious can be done through Streamlabs chat commands? Hey, Beryl, I just don't know. And also, I'm joking. Closely followed by roasted with herb. Roasted with herb is good. It's very good. I can't wait till you do the ban, Joe, and you accidentally ban like somebody named Red in chat. That would be devastating, but also very funny. Okay, so we got ourselves a pawn. I'm going to stop messing with this pawn. I like this pawn. He's good. I would have to use a slash to do that. Very good. Never mind. Scratch what I just said. Okay, there he is. I'm done. I'm officially done with this pawn. There he is. That's your piece. This is what you get. This is what you get to play with. Don't ban CQDK. Don't do it. Okay. No! You timed them out for 1 second, but it deleted all their messages. That's an abuse of power. All right, so this is my pawn piece. We're going to call this pawn piece. I don't even know if I want to have pawns, but that's my pawn piece. Done. Next up, what do we need? I'm going to make the horse. I'm going to make the typical horse. I was asked to do that, and I never get to use my powers here anyway. You weren't asked by me. Joke not caught. I live with a quite non-tech Sawi family. You're gonna make the knight? Yeah, I'm gonna make a knight. It's gonna be nighttime. Beryl, I don't want to run your code. Period. End of story. There we go. We're gonna do that. We're gonna pop this guy on up. We're making a knight. Okay, so a knight. What does a knight look like? A knight is... They kind of bulb out a little bit. They go like this, right? And then they turn into a square at the top. The knight is worth so much. CQDK, do you play chess? Okay, so we're gonna grab you. If it ain't gonna make the command, might as well refund me. I'm gonna make the command, but I'm gonna do it on my own time. Hey, hey, Beryl, relax. Knight is the horse one. Yes, knight is the horse one. Okay, so we're gonna go based off of local data. This is gonna get confusing really quick. We're gonna rotate this. Nope, we're gonna rotate the whole thing by 25? Why would 25 be the number? I think it's gotta be 30, right? No, it's 18? 21. What the heck? Huh. You know, the knight is the hardest to make in tree. Tree? There's a lot of stuff going on in chat that I cannot process at this very moment. You guys are saying a lot of weird stuff. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the head of the horse, and then we gotta make the... You know what? I'm just gonna use a reference. Simo, don't judge me. Chess knight. I want just the really basic chess knight. Oh, they're all like really high detail. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Beryl wants to add a command for high fives. Gave me some code, but I'm not going to do the code during stream. I'm going to do the code after stream. It's okay. All is well. Oh, the body goes all the way down to the bottom. That's not what I thought happened. What a weird looking piece. Okay, let's go back to Blender for one moment. There we go. Let's pop that on down. Just like that. And then we're going to pop this guy on down like that. Give it a unicorn horn? All right, I will gladly give it a unicorn horn. All right, we're going to go ahead and pop this guy on up. And I'm just going to make what I think the shape should be, because I really don't like the shape they give you. The shape they give you kind of looks terrible. So we're going to just go for it. Let's do a -90. And then we're going to extrude and bring it down and make a nose. So let's do a -45. That looks about right to me. The head curls back a little bit. It goes like this. You know the World Chess Championship chess prices are made of tree? Oh, made of tree, and the knights are worth like at least 50% of the whole price. Okay. When you said worth, we all thought you meant like gameplay-wise. Like worth as in like their usefulness on the board. I didn't realize you were talking about like physical worth. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we're gonna add little ears coming off this guy, and we gotta add the mane, and we gotta add the mouth, and we gotta add the chin. Oh god, this is gonna be a lot. You just think of the designs? Yeah, that's fine. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so that's what he looks like. And then he has a mouth. Like that. And he's got his mouth coming forward like this. And then we do a little V-rip on the Z. It's moments like this that I remind myself that I sometimes know what I'm doing. It's not often, but it is every now and again. Look at that. Look at that horse. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh, he's beautiful. Okay, so now, last but not least, I want to go into here, grab you, and pop you forward. I said last but not least. I'm not even close to being done. I think I might want to add this. That looks pretty good. The better the knight are, the more it's worth. That's fair. Why do you know so much about chess economics? Are you a chess fan? Or you just randomly got some information stored in there somewhere? Cool. Okay, now, easy fix. We do a little bit of 2 like that. And we make sure to separate them like that. And now it's an easy fix. I like the double a little bit more. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go like this. Let's apply scale real quick. Go back. Just randomly, but I know somehow. That's okay. Nothing wrong with a little bit of random knowledge. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I'm just thinking a lot. We're just putting all of this together. So we're going to do that all the way across, just like that. And then now what I want to do is grab just you. Go to local. Like that. Just when you get bored. I mean, I'm the same way. When I get bored, I just kind of look at stuff, you know? Based on normals. There we go. Perfect. We've done it. Okay, so that's the beginnings of my horse. Looks kind of like a zebra. It's amazing that zebras can be distinguished by more than just their pattern, but it does kind of look like a zebra. And then we'll pop up two of these guys. Scary music? Oh, I love this song. This is Evergrace. Such a good game. There we go. And then we grab you, and we GG these guys on down. We get a lot of stream sneezes today. It's like listening to the broken disc in Minecraft. It definitely sounds like that, for sure. But I think that's kind of what I'm into. Bless you ×2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that you were both on the same track. That was very sweet of you. If you sneeze during this video, bless your face. Shout out to all my Tobuscus peeps before he went off the deep end. You know what? I like it kind of big like that. We'll keep it big. And that should track. I think this is it. Done. Let's go ahead and take it upon ourselves to do this at the bottom and this around here. We're going to do that. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make an artificial poke right here. There's two little guys here that I just want to kind of take care of, but I don't know the best way to do this. So I think what we're going to do is this. I think that's going to be best for business. And then I can remove you guys all the way. Yep, perfect. Grass? What does grass mean? Did I miss something? Or are we just saying random stuff? Because random stuff's okay. I just don't know what's going on. I try to follow, you know? My analytical brain isn't very good at random. I don't do random super well. Okay, let's pop on a subdivision. Gracio? I understand. I understand. I speak that language. Here we go. Let's pop all of that around there. Ooh, this is gonna look good. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. This is gonna look really good. I am excited for this horse. Let's see. How do we want to do this? We're going to take you all the way down. Just like that. Is that good? Flumph. We got a flumph. Oh, I should make a command for flumph, shouldn't I? What would flumph do? If we made it into a command, what would flumph be? That looks pretty solid to me. It needs a little bit more love, but we're getting there. We're getting really close to finishing this thing. I'll say you and you and you and you and you. Oh, that looks gross. You know what? New idea. Let me go back to this. Let's go back to the drawing board real quick. We're gonna go like you, 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 you. Gonna go like this, and we're going to dissolve those edges. And then I'm going to extrude along normal across this whole thing, and I'm only gonna extrude a little bit. That looks pretty good. That's not terrible. Do I want to do these two? I was thinking about an OTOP command, and if you use the command, it says like, it's a secret. I can live with that. I believe we can live with that. As long as it doesn't get suggested in every single speed sketch I've ever done, I don't think I mind too much. I am just sick of modeling them, you know? That's all it really is. Let's hit scale one more time. We're gonna scale out and back just a little bit. You specifically need to come up here. And now we come back and we say, how does that look? Oh. Oh, it looks so good. Silken has asked that everybody take a nice drink of water. Let's all hydrate ourselves. Are we jamming on this horse? Are we jamming on this horse? Because I'm jamming on this horse. Me and this horse, we're jam. He's pretty good. Eyes? I think I don't want to add eyes. I don't think that's going to track for a chess piece. If I'm being perfectly honest. Streamlabs is going off today. Streamlabs wants you guys to subscribe so bad. Also, I don't know if you all are seeing, there is a reminder at the top to do Twitch Prime. If I can get a confirmation that that is working, that'd be great. Oh no. You're gonna dual Streamlabs. Well, Streamlabs doesn't want any part of that, I guess. I liked the idea, though. I was in favor of it. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to finish off the last little bit of this, and I think we're done with our knight. The mouth is my least favorite part. That right there could also use a bit of love. Right there. Is there a use in this? I kind of think this is useless. Let me try this real quick. If I merge at last... What's up, Mr. Six? Mr. Six, we are actually making a unicorn, so this is going to be perfect for you. You're going to love this. You're going to love the way you look. Okay, so we're going to add a auto smooth and hope that this doesn't get too weird. I'm also going to bevel this a little bit, I think. Okay, so some quick ideas. I kind of love the way the ears look. They look so dopey and strange. We can go ahead and do 2 quick creases right here. Color me a kind of huge fan of all of this. Now, do I want to actually bevel this, or do I want to remove some of the creases? I think I actually want to bevel this. Well, that makes just about no difference in the world. So let's lower our creases. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down just a little bit. How are we doing today? I think everyone's been in pretty good spirits, honestly. Let's do a negative 0.4. No, a negative 0.5. All right, we got ourselves a lurk. I love the lurk command. I'm surprised that's the first time anybody's using the lurk command. I kind of expected people to use that a long time ago. I've had that lurk command for a long, long time. I had it for Joe. We don't use that word, ASCII CQDK. Random thing, it's really refreshing to hear an artist like their art as they're making it. It's one of the things that I really like about your streams. Hey, Saf, thank you so much. I don't know why I like my art so much, but I think I grew up not wanting to be an artist. I think I grew up with a like scientific mindset, and so when I do some art, I'm like, that's cool. That works. Makes me feel pretty good about myself. Which I can't say I feel about all the scientific stuff all the time, so everything you can control is good. We don't use potato. We don't use potato because it got suggested like 1,000 times in a row for speed sketches. You know, people will deny the truth, but that's the truth of the matter. Okay, I'm obsessed with this horse. I can't stop making this horse. I just literally cannot stop. We use Ototop. We kind of do use Ototop. I'm obsessed. I can't stop making this horse. I'm under the horse's spell. I got horse spelled. There's nothing worse than getting horse spelled on a Wednesday. Right? You think you're going to just live your life and be a free man for once, but no. You get horse spelled. And here we are. Just dealing with the aftermath of that, you know? I'm scared of horses. Horses are kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Horses definitely do be scary. Well, now you're in the horse's mouth, so... what do you think happens after we die? I feel like you've asked me this already. But I will answer. What do I think happens after we die? There's two ideologies. Okay, I'm going to offend some people here. And I'm okay with offending people. You know what? Too many people. I consider myself a pretty nice person. I consider myself a decently nice person. But I'm not offended, or I'm not afraid to offend people, because if we can't talk about our differences, then, like, what's the point, right? Like, who cares? So, I'm going to tell you right now, I think the idea of heaven is super weird to me. Right? Heaven is like when you watch a movie and you're like, oh, don't worry about that part. That's just magic. Don't think about that. That's just magic. No. You don't think about that part. It's like, no, but you should think about it. You should think about everything all the time. So, why is heaven magic? I don't believe in heaven because I don't believe that there's a place that is infinitely expanding. Like, the idea that heaven is an infinitely expanding bubble with more and more people being thrown in constantly. It's like, I'm not a god. I don't know how deities think. I don't even believe in deities really, but I don't know how gods think, right? So I'm not going to claim to understand how God thinks. But if I was a very smart creature, if I was a very, very smart creature, I would not give myself more work to do. I would not put people in a place that's just growing constantly. That seems like a really bad design and would take way too much effort. Isn't the universe infinitely expanding? The universe is infinitely expanding, but the amount of stuff in there is not increasing. So, like, there's not more matter being made. Just because the universe is expanding doesn't mean that you're adding stuff to it, right? And that's why I don't know. I can't get behind that. So any time that you're like, there's infinite, I'm like, nope, no such thing as infinite. I don't believe in infinite. I don't do infinite. I don't do that stuff. So okay, so that's why I don't believe in heaven. There's more space, but there's not more people. There's not more matter. The idea, like, okay, here's an idea that I believe in more. More. If you go to heaven, and then eventually your body gets used for something else, your soul, your mind, your whatever gets used for something else, and it's not infinite, if your stay in heaven is temporary, I would feel a little bit more inclined towards that ideology. But even then, I don't believe in that. The difference between 1 and 2 can be infinite. That's true. That's a true statement. Instead, I believe mostly in reincarnation. Reincarnation really serves a strong purpose in my life. The idea that you are being held to standards based off of your own values instead of the values of some other being is important. Do you believe that you are a good person? Okay, that's what your judgment is. I believe in that stuff. I would rather the, like, rhythms of the world be determined by like natural causes than by deific power. Clapping your hands is an infinite action. It sure is. We're all infinite here today. I'm cursed by this horse. I'm genuinely cursed. I'm genuinely cursed right now. Guys, help me. Somebody pull me out of the machine. Okay, we're done. We're done. There he is. He's done. I don't love him, but he's done. I don't want to do more. I don't want to do more. Oh, but I want to put eyes on him. BioShock got to infinity after only 2 games? That's true. That's true. We're going to call this Night Piece, and I'm going to make what I wanted to make way long ago. We're going to make a house. So we're going to make like a Settlers of Catan style house. Really nice, really easy. And we're going to make like red block wood, I think, for this. Look how perfect he looks. It's already perfect. There we go. The only thing that I think I'd add is maybe crease that edge right there, but maybe it's not necessary. I love it so much. He looks so beautiful. Look at this little boy. Look at him. Don't you want to live in this little A-frame? It's not an A-frame. That's a lie. But I'd love to live here. Okay, so. What is it? It's Alt-D, I think, makes a duplicate. So let's actually design this game board just a little bit. Let's actually build off of this. How much time do I have? I have 15 minutes? All right, we're going. Is funny, in Portuguese, we call the knight's horse. I love that. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do rotations and stuff later, but I believe it's Alt-D. Duplicate linked. No, we want to Control-D, or we want to Shift-D to duplicate objects. Yep, that's how we want to do it. So Shift-D to the locations we like. So, Shift-D, just a few of these pieces out here. And then we're going to give them a little bit of rotates. They're going to be rotated on Z, so I'm going to use hotkeys to try and do this quickly. Junie has recommended that everybody take a nice hydrate. Thank you all. This has been like the fastest stream I've ever done. Does this feel fast to you all? You have to rematch Emmy? I'm sure they'd be down. If I know Emmy, they are a fiend for chess. Which is the best kind of fiend at the end of the day. There we go. We're going to just do a little bit of rotates on here and say, look at those little houses. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so what am I adding to this? I should have named all of them, shouldn't I have? We're going to put the knight piece and the pawn piece down. Actually, the pawn could be on the board. I don't mind a pawn being on this board. My English is sucky today? I think it's been fine. I think you're doing just fine, my man. Nothing to be self-conscious of at all. All right, there's that. And now we can duplicate linked on that as well. So what is that? Shift-D when we're on orthographic. Shift-D. There he is. And let's take the knight, bring the knight down like that. I kind of hate the way the knight looks, despite how long I spent on it. But you do what you gotta do, I guess. And if we're really sitting and analyzing this scene a whole bunch, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a plane on here. Just a big old giant plane that everything is gonna sit on. Okay, let's pop that back on over to here and give that just a little bit of a rotate. There we go. So that is everything except for the dice. So now we're going to pop the dice in. Dyson Airblade. All right. Okay, we're gonna remake the cube now because we have gotten to the point where we don't care about the size anymore. So we're gonna do that and Control L on the modifiers, grab that mod, pop it up to 0.15. Perfect. Every time I hear this song, I kind of do miss playing games on stream a little bit. Playing games on stream was pretty fun. It just didn't really track. It just wasn't really, I don't know, didn't feel productive to me. Not that everything has to feel productive, but it just didn't feel quite right. There was something missing about it. But I do think about it every now and again. One of these days, I will suck it up and buy a capture card. Not my bank account will hate me, and we'll play some PS2 games. That'll be the day. Then I'll live up to my PS2 enthusiast tag on my About Me over there. There we go. Okay, so those are the 2 dice that are going to be on the board. And now everything else is just an easy pick, right? So we're just going to drop you by 45 degrees. Tilt you by 45 degrees, and then tilt you by 45 degrees. Is this going to work? That didn't work at all. What I really want to do is twist this like that. $125. What? I'm very confused. $125. Maybe you can find one of those Chinese capture cards that are like $2 and no one knows why they work and they are cheap. Maybe. I don't know how I feel about that, though. Maybe I will. Who knows? It's all up in the air at this point. You know what? I'm just doing this by hand. I don't care. We're just going to do this guy by hand. That's close enough for my purposes. Think I don't need to worry too much about that. We're going to go ahead and pop this guy on down next to the knight. I have to do all of these? No. Okay, fine. Let's go. We should play some chess. What I should do is I should set up like chess games to run in the background of stream. Oh, that would be a cool idea. That's an interesting idea. Maybe I'll find a way to set up some chess for you guys to play on stream. And maybe I'll put it like in the background here. We'll think about that. I think you all would like that. I think that'd be a cool little thing to do. That would be great. It's going to require some thinking. So before I say yes, 100% that's happening, it's going to require some thinking on my part. So let's not get ahead of ourselves yet. But it is an idea, and it is a good idea. Take your time? Yeah, I'm just taking my time with everything. I realize that I make a lot of promises that I have trouble keeping. So I try to be a little bit more careful making promises to people. I remember there was like a few months ago. Okay, I'm going to say this out loud, and we're just all going to live with this for just one moment. A couple of months ago, I was like, hey, I'm going to do a bunch of YouTube stuff. I have a update on that. I'm no longer doing YouTube stuff. It's been like a real hassle to get it to work. It was a cool idea, the idea was going to be video essays. I was going to do video essays on YouTube. And I had some cool ideas. I still have them written down. I'm going to do them one day, maybe. But I had a lot of interesting stuff that I wanted to do. But I have decided against doing it for the time being. Because I have way too much on my plate. And every day I get off a stream, I just go do things. And I wake up every morning and I just do things. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, stop giving yourself more work. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful about setting promises. So I'm not going to promise chess or anything like that. But know that it is something that I think would be cool. And I do like it. I do like that idea a lot. So we'll get back to it. Okay, so this one's easy. We're just going to do this. Just like that. Mr. Six says hi to YouTube. We're all going to give a nice hi to YouTube on Mr. Six's behalf. I've been a little bit better about my uploads on the VOD channel too. There we go. Okay, so that is just a bunch of random stuff. Let's look at that in rendered view. Okay, cool. So we're going to do a little bit of texture work real quick, and then we're going to call it. So let's do textures. So for textures, I want to start with the table. The table is going to be a nice mahogany. Nice, rich mahogany. Ooh, she looks beautiful. You want to play games on that. Okay, next up comes the pawn piece. We will call you pawn. Actually, let me delete that pawn. We're going to go down to oak. We're going to grab that oak material real quick. Now we're going to copy it and call it pawn oak. I forgot to delete that sound effect again. I can't believe I forgot to delete that sound effect another time. Strength gets dropped. I hear one of my cats throwing up outside. That is lovely. Okay, so for the wood, what we're going to want to do is pop in a color gamma saturation. We're going to up that saturation quite a bit. And then I'm going to pop on a random object node. There he is. Look at this beautiful boy. Okay, so now I go you, or I could just go like this, couldn't I? Pawn piece 3. And then we go Control L and materials. Perfect. Nice and perfect. All right, so I think I can literally just do the same thing to this guy. Are we going to try this? Is this going to be bad? Is this going to backfire royally for us? It might. We're going to say Control L materials. If I had more time, I would sit and actually think about this, but I think that's fine. Looks perfectly fine to me. And then the knight gets that nice polished black. That really nice polished look. So he's going to have pretty low specular and then really low roughness. With tons of sheen and clear coat. Clear coat can't be like wax. It has to be like that. And the roughness we're going to drop even more. And 0.03. There he is. Let's add one more subdivision on him because he's a little too rigid for me. Okay, perfect. Now, we have these tiles. What's the thought on these tiles? Here's my idea. I got an idea. Who is your favorite comedian? Oh God, I do not like comedy. Big surprise, I don't like comedy. Okay, so Whose Line Is It Anyway is definitely like the top tier. I watched it so much as a kid. I love Whose Line Is It Anyway. So I mean, I think it's a vanilla answer to say like one of those guys, but probably one of those guys. So, let's think. Well, I'm going to think while I do this because I don't want to run out of time because I'm actually just about to run out of time. There we go. I'm going to say Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery are both like pretty high tier. Like pretty high on that list. They're just so funny. They're really funny guys. If I'm thinking about comedians that I like who tell stand-up comedy, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of them. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm not really into that kind of like setting. It's just a little too weird for me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a gradient, mix RGB. One of the colors has to be this. John Mulaney's stand-up is pretty funny. He's all right. It doesn't like kill me though. We're gonna throw in a color ramp and we're gonna pop this guy up to here. And we're gonna go quadratic sphere set to UV. Oh, I need to also... Nope, I don't need to do that. Set origin to geometry? Huh. Oh, this works. Okay, this will work. This will work. It's going to look a little strange, but it will work. Anthony Jeselnik? Jeselnik? I have no clue who that is. Also, I'm sorry I just butchered their name. Okay, so I think we're like really out of time. My brain's not going as fast as I want it to right now. He's got shock humor, dark humor. That sounds about like Mr. Six. That's the Mr. Six I've always known. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plug this into Hue. We're gonna plug a random node into this. And then what I want to do is grab all of these game boards. We want to set origin to geometry for each one. Grab you, copy material. And now we want to make sure that we use very, very specific triggers for what the color is going to be. So white should be... Okay, that's full change. Black is no change. No. Gray is no change. Okay. So we're going to give them like a 50% chance at that. We're going to add another one here. I'm also going to make this constant. So let's just not even worry about you. And we're going to bring you to 50%. What is the color? Blue works really well. And then we're going to add another one at 0.75. And this one needs to be desert. So how are we going to make desert? Desert looks like that. And then we're going to add maybe one dark green. Like a 0.9 dark green sort of thing. Go really fast. Sure, we'll do that. It is speed sketch time. Boat in the desert? Oh, yeah. Cool. So this is my very quick try at making some pieces work. I kind of feel like we didn't do a lot today. Where did the time go? The time went me trying to figure out how math function works. Cool. Well, anyway, I can't be that upset about it. So that is it for the first part of stream, as I clap loudly into the mic. Thank you, everyone who's been here for this long. I'm going to take a quick stretch. I recommend you all take a nice quick stretch. And we're going to look at the speed sketch. There we go. So peace out, YouTube.